Hey folks, it's Nick Granville. Welcome to Guitar Daily. This is my daily thing I do on YouTube. So I had a question from someone about beginner arpeggios. Now I don't really teach a lot of beginner stuff. Most of the stuff I'm aiming at is intermediate to advanced players. That's kind of been my background. I taught at a university for a period of 10 years. I've taught clinics, those sort of things. Generally it's more advanced stuff. So I had to think about this a bit, you know, like how do I show people beginner arpeggios? So I thought there's kind of three main things I'd kind of stress today that I'll talk about with beginner arpeggios. So let's look at the basics. Really it's going to be triads, isn't it? So let's go a triad arpeggio, right? Let's go the key of A, because that's a nice easy key to see right here. And we're going to have the first, the third, and the fifth of the scale. So in A major, we have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. And we want the first, right, the root note, and then the third, 1, 2, 3, right, and then the fifth, 3, 4, 5. So we want, and that's a really beginner arpeggio. It's a triad, right? It's as simple as it gets. Anything less than that, and it's just two notes, it's not really an arpeggio anymore, is it? It's not a chords. I should really say what an arpeggio is, right? Because some people probably don't even know what that is. An arpeggio, if I play a chord like this, that's a C chord, right? If I play the notes separately, right, because it just has the notes C, E, and G, I've played the arpeggio, right? I think Americans say arpeggio, however you want to say it. Arpeggio, whatever. So it's basically a chord but being broken up. So this is our A major triad, right? Now one of the great things about guitar is you can just take that, you find your octave, and play same shape, exactly the same, and then find your octave from that and play the same. And you get this. Alright, and that's a really easy place to start. That'll work over A major chords. And the other main type of chord you're going to get is a minor chord, right? Right? So if we look at that, it's basically the same thing, but we're going to have a flattened third. We could do it here. Just take the third and lower it. But I find it's better to play it on this string. It's less of a stretch. So now we have 1, flat, 3, and 5. That's an A minor chord. Right? Do it up an octave. Find your octave. I'm going over these quickly mostly because on YouTube you can slow stuff down. It's really good for that. Slow it down, you know, zoom in with your phone, you know, pinch and zoom, whatever you need to do, but you can check these out. Right, and then the octave. So now we have major and minor. And those spell those chord sounds, right? So when you're coming up with a solo, say you only know pentatonic scale. That's cool. Maybe you'll go, right, and I just played in a minor arpeggio to spell it. However you want to use them is up to you. So that's the first thing I'd say. Second thing I'd say is take any chord you know, say you know the C chord, and try and look at it like, what are the notes in it? C, E, G, C. Right, so there's your arpeggio there. Remember, an arpeggio is just a chord split up. Could be this. Right, we have A, E, A, C sharp. So would be your notes if I put them in order, right? But you could just pick out notes of chords, and essentially that becomes an arpeggio, doesn't it? Wherever you know, whichever ones you know, right? And then look at, like, the third thing I'd say is try and link things together, right? To play an arpeggio like this, and then we're going to go to the key of D for, say, your 4 chord. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Makes a lot more sense to go A major there, and then go to the D here. Or right, I did an A major arpeggio and then a D major arpeggio, but I did them both starting from the A note, right? And then there's a connection between the two instead of it just being a random chord and another random chord. Now we've got a connection. and explore that with any song you know. Say you only know Twist and Shout by the Beatles. Great, take that chord progression and try and figure out the arpeggios and where they fit. And that's something that I do a lot. Like on sessions, like half the time I'm just trying to come up with parts. And this is what I do. And they can be as simple as that. Hope this has been useful. If it has, please subscribe. I post every day on YouTube. My name's Nick Granville, as I mentioned. Wellington, New Zealand-based guitar player. This is all I do. I do all kinds of stuff, session work, recording work, all that kind of stuff. So if you like what you're seeing, then please subscribe. See you tomorrow. Cheers.